Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Becky Thames here live for The Drive at 5, and I am live from my room in Las Vegas. I am outside of the Mandalay Bay. I'm actually staying in the Delano, whatever, the Delano, Delano. So listen, I am super excited because I wanted to share with you the one place that you can go to find over 10,000 items to sell on Amazon. Hey, Sue, thanks for joining me. Hey, Trina, thanks for joining me. So listen, guys, I'm going to give you a lot of golden nuggets today because I am out here in Las Vegas. I'm at a conference, and there is so much going on. My head's about to explode. I have about 30 minutes, and I need to go downstairs because I'm going to the Bellagio for dinner. And I want to jump on here and just share with you some, hey, Sam, good to see you, share some good things with you. So first of all, I got a little jingle in my pocket. I played some blackjack. I did good. And guess what? I got up and walked away from the table. Whoop, whoop. So that's good. So talk to me in 2 days. Make sure I still have a little jingle in my pocket. Hey, Val. I was playing last night with Val. Had a little jingle in my pocket. Whoop, whoop. Walked away from the table. So proud of myself because I love to gamble. I'm not going to lie, guys. I love blackjack. I'm so glad I live in South Carolina and we don't have gambling there. But I am here for my work. Let me show you. Here, let me hide where my company name is right there. There we go. So I am at this annual conference and exposition right there. Annual conference and exposition for the American Waterworks Association. So for those of you that don't know, my name's Becky Thames, and I am super passionate about helping you earn your first dime online with e-commerce. And I also have I've helped thousands of people make their first dime online. I've had over $2 million in sales. I like to say over 1.3 million because it's part of my story and it just sounds good. And I want to share with you today how I did it. So I'm here, and I do Amazon part-time. So Amazon's part-time. So I am here in Las Vegas for one of my work conferences, and it's I work in the water industry, so it's the American Waterworks Association annual conference. Well, in this conference, and what I want you to get from this is no matter what industry you're in, I don't care what you're in, there are vendors and distributors and manufacturers, and they are the ones that are in the exhibit hall, and they have all the exhibits, right? And so literally, we're in the Mandalay Bay Convention Center, and it's huge, and there's two conferences here right now, and you'll never guess which one they are. On the left side is the water side. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining. And on the right side is the National Fire Protection. So the firemen are here, and the water people are here. So it's like opposites attract, right? And that's what I really like because my amazing husband, Bud, he retired from the fire industry after 31 years of service. So whoop, whoop to him and to our Amazon business for retiring him, right? So I'm super, super thankful for my husband, Bud. For those of you that don't know me, I have an amazing husband named Bud, and he's awesome. But he's back home in South Carolina with our boys right now. But anyway, the fire convention's here and the water convention. So usually when you go to a conference, you're only allowed to go into your conference exhibit floor if you pay X amount of dollars, right? So because I came to that extra course on Monday that I attended on Monday, I also get to go through the exhibit hall for all the fire exhibitors. And so just in our hall alone, because it's an annual conference, there are tens of thousands of ideas. Now, some are very small, some are very large, but let me tell you what I did. So I like to walk the halls. Well, the first thing I picked up, the manufacturers and the exhibitors, they always have like good things, right? So this is some candy. It's like a gummy jelly bean. We're in Vegas, so it's like the shape of a dice. And so there's no like marking on here. So I'm like, okay, is this made in China? Because if it's made in China, no offense, but I personally don't order any lotions, potions, pills, anything you can eat from China. So I probably won't eat this because it doesn't say where it's made, but I just got it for you to show you. Then here was another thing. This one was really cool because I actually talked to the competitors. This one is called Valmatic. I actually went to their presentation. They sell air valves for water pipes. But They're your valve experts. If you have any valve questions, go to Valmatic. Anyway, they had this candy. It's 0.50 ounces. It has some nutrition facts on the back, but it doesn't say where it's made. So here are the distributors, and I'm like, okay, is this made in China? And they're like, we don't know. So it's kind of funny to watch them backtrack and try to read this. Look at this font. I don't even know if you can see it, guys. It's so tiny. I don't even think they should have wasted the ink because you can't read it. But anyway, my take on this candy that I probably also won't eat. But then, look at this. They had these pop sockets. Pop sockets are really cool. If you don't know what pop sockets are, here's one on the back of my phone. It says, no operator, no water. So that means, at water treatment plants, it requires operators. And so if you don't have trained operators, you're not going to have clean drinking water. So support your local tap water people, right? Give me thumbs up for tap water. If you drink tap water, let me know. Actually, in the comments, let me know how the tap water is in your area and what area. So if you're like in South Carolina, in Charleston, South Carolina, let me know how your water is, because I love water and I love to hear about water in all parts of the world. So let me know, good, bad, ugly. Let me know if you drink bottled water. Tell me all about it right there. Anyway, they had these pop sockets. So these are good because this is showing me how other companies are marketing their pop sockets or their company. So here is the pop sockets, right? So they're doing that. Then this other company had, this one was pretty cool. I don't know how much they paid on this one. Ours is awful in Pennsylvania. Oh, Sue, I'm sorry to hear that. This one is from, it's a battery charger, like a little mini power pack. A Popka in Florida is disgusting, filter only. Oh my gosh, tap water from my parents' well is good. Is it a well, Kelly, or is it city water? Because there's a difference between city water and well water. But just let me know. So anyway, this was another little thing. So if you have a company, you can get these little trinkets and put their name on it. Actually, I have my own pop sockets for my company. And I have these with my brand on it, and you could do that too. I mean, super, super cheap from China. These are really cool. You can like hold them. I do the drive at 5 when I'm doing it on my mobile with these and everything. It's kind of cool. Sherry says, I use Brita. City water here isn't very good. I don't buy bottled water. Plastic is killing our oceans. You are so right, Sherry. I'm with my family now in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I don't like the water here, drinking filtered or bottled water. Heather, that's good. That's, I need a pop socket. Those are so cool. Sherry, send me your email. Send me your address. I'll mail you one. All you got to do is ask, right? Good job. Okay, so tens of thousands of ideas, right? Just going through the water hall alone, and then you can go through the fireside and get thousands of ideas. So no matter what industry you're in, think about where you're working and what you can do. Hi, Sherilyn. Thanks for joining. But this is what I wanted to show you. So my first night here, I jump in the shower. And, well, before I even get in the shower, I call, I'm going to get a massage tomorrow when the conference is over before I leave, because I always do. And I called, and the name of the spa here at the Delano is the Bathhouse Spa. So when I got in the shower my first night here, in the shower was this bar soap, and it says Bathhouse Spa. And I was like, oh, so cool. I'm going to the Bathhouse Spa, and they private labeled some Bathhouse Spa soap. That was so cool, right? Well, not only do they have the Bathhouse soap, they've got the Bathhouse Spa body lotion, the Bathhouse Spa shampoo, the Bathhouse Spa conditioner, right? All from something. But if you look at the back of it, and this is what I want to show you, it says, made exclusively for Delano, Las Vegas. Now remember, if you've been following me for a while, I actually went to a company, or I went to Utah a couple of years ago, last year I think, on a business trip. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. I had this whole big 2,000 square foot house all to myself. It's on a ski resort, and their spa stuff was not private labeled. It was a brand name, and it was selling on Amazon, but it wasn't doing too well. So I contacted that company, and I said, I know how to get you on the first page of Amazon. and it's on Amazon. It's on the first page. They hired me. It's doing very well. So what I'm saying to you is, when I talk to you, I want you to think about all the things that you could think about. I mean, who would have thought that I would have gone on a business trip and take a shower, for God's sakes, and find something that I can make money off on private labeling? And same thing here, shampoo, body lotion, soap. You can call this the Ecom Rockstar soap, whatever you want to call it. There's stuff like everywhere. And even this, look, even the little badges, the hold your lanyards, everything can be private label. It's like raining private label stuff. So that's what I wanted to share with you all today. If you find this video helpful, thumbs up, like, share, hearts, send me a message, let me know, because I love to. And if you have a topic that you would like for me to talk about that I haven't talked about, then let me know, and I'll do a video for you too. So I'm going to get off of here so I can jump in the shower. But let me tell you, so this is my second day here. I've been to the gym 2 days, guys, because, I'm all about making these data-driven decisions, and I'm going to get this weight off one way or the other. Hey, Ray, thanks for joining. But let me tell you about when I went to the shower yesterday, or to the gym yesterday. When I got in there, there were 2 girls and a man, and the 2 girls were like running on treadmills, and the guy was like pumping iron or something. Well, the one girl got off the treadmill, and she started, I think she was doing some sit-ups, and then she doing some other stuff. But I was watching the man in there, and the man was like checking this chick out in the mirror, right? And I just chuckled. I just thought it was funny, and he did his thing and she did her thing. Well, then I went over to lift some arm weights. Well, then the girl comes over there, and she's lifting some arm weights, and apparently she was doing it wrong, so that's slow. And she was fit, like her muscles were big, and that guy that was in there, you could tell he worked out too. So she lifted this weight or whatever, and she did it the wrong way, and he just kind of showed her the right way to do it, or whatever. But it was just kind of like he told her. And so then the guy just walked off and got on the I think he got on the bike next, right? And so I was like, hey, do you know that guy? She was like, yeah, he's my husband. I was like, oh, because he was checking you out in the mirror. And she was like, that's so funny. Anyway, I'm laughing right now because it was so funny. We laughed together. They were from New York. And so her husband was checking her out in the gym, and it was pretty cool. So anyway, he showed me how to properly use the weights as well. So you're going to see my guns probably in about 6 to 8 months. I'm going to keep working on them. Anyway, today was day number 2. So tomorrow I'm going to get on there and go to the gym again. I've been trying. Oh, let me tell you about last night, guys. Another story about Vegas, right? So what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. So 2 nights ago, I was at the bar by myself. I was eating some Italian food at this Italian bar downstairs, and this lady, a single lady, sat beside me, and we were just having conversation. And she loved to play golf, so we started talking about playing about golf. And she actually got a hole-in-one. And when you get a hole-in-one, you have to buy the whole clubhouse a drink. And so she was in sales. So the people that she was playing with were 2 of her clients and a pastor friend of hers. And so the one guy said, well, I'll have a beer. And the second guy said, well, I'll have a beer. And the third guy, the preacher guy, said, well, I'll have a double shot of Macallan, which is scotch. And so she didn't know what it was. And so they poured the scotch. And she said there wasn't that many people in the golf club. So she said, well, let's order everybody else another round. So the preacher got another double shot of Macallan. And so a Macallan is a very, very expensive scotch, right? So I had never heard of Macallan. So this was not last night, but the night before, and there was a bottle of Macallan 12, which means that it had aged for 12 years, and another bottle of Macallan 18, which means that it had aged for 18 years. So we asked the bartender how much a shot of the Macallan 12 was, and it was $25. And the Macallan 18 was $50 a shot. Well, fast forward to last night, I went out to eat with a dinner that I was invited to, and the engineering firm that I went with, they were actually they had won a huge contract. Like the guy that was sitting next to me, he was like, this is going to be the biggest contract in the history of his 30-year career. It was like that big of a deal. And he was telling me that, he was telling me the story that he had just taken a shot of Macallan 25, which was $250 per shot. And I told him the whole story of, I'd never heard of Macallan because I'm not a drinker, right? Drinking's not my thing, until the day before when I met this lady at the bar named Lynn and blah, blah, blah. Same story I just told you. And he goes, you know what? I'm celebrating tonight. Would you like to try it? And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And so, okay, I'm not a drinker. It's like, seriously, I only drink maybe 3 or 4 times a year whenever I'm like coming out to a social thing, and like 1 or 2 and I'm done, right? Like I don't drink at home or anything. So they bring it to me, and I don't know what to do with it. They're like swirling around this big glass, and they're like, oh, that smells good. And so I'm like swirling, and it stunk. I'm not going to lie, it stinks. So I was like, yeah, it smells like caramel, you know. I was just making it up because they were like, oh, it smells good. So then I wanted to like take a sip of it, but it smelled so strong. So I wanted to like hold my nose and take a sip, but I didn't want to be a redneck, right? So I was like, okay, I got to man up and take a shot of this Macallan 25. It's $250 a shot. And guys, there wasn't only like, I put a picture of it on Facebook. It's only like this much in the bottom of this big old thing. So I was swirling around, I was smelling, I was acting like I was knowing what I was doing, all redneck, not having a clue. Anyway, I did not hold my nose. Y'all would be so proud of me, but I took a shot, or not a shot, a little sip, swished it around in my mouth, and it was like hot. It was actually kind of like nasty hot. But then after the hotness went away, it was like really smooth and really good. And yeah, I would do it again. So I passed it along, and the rest of them were like, oh, this is smooth, and they really enjoyed it. So the ones that really like that, yes, and Val was there with me, my e-com angel. She lives out here in Vegas, and so I invited her to go to dinner with me last night. So she got to witness it. So if I didn't tell the story, she's my backup. She's right there. She said I wore my big girl panties for scotch. Yes, I did, because I probably didn't even know how to spell scotch. But anyway, a whole bottle of this stuff was like $1,500, $250 a shot. I don't know how much it is, like if I just went in the liquor store. I don't even know if I could buy it in the liquor store. I'll have to ask Big Papa if he wants some and go buy him some, because he might like it. I'll call him and ask him later. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. I am off first to clean up all this stuff that I bought, all my props from my drive at 5. So if you're just joining me, my name's Becky Thames. I just gave you some really cool ideas on how I think, which is a little warped, and you had to go through my stories to get it, but tons of gold in there. Hope you all use those tips. Share them if you like this video, thumbs up, and I will see you all tomorrow on the Drive at 5. Have an amazing day. Bye.